Hi Percy.
Hi Jessica. I have come to expose my reflections about task number 1 of the webinars of MM5.
To start, please give the title, date, presenter, course number or name, and where the presentation took place.
Okay. The title of the webinar is Building a Community of Learners in Moodle. Released on Wednesday, October 29, 2014. Presented by Dr. Nelly Deutsch. A Wycliffe class.
Percy, please start with your exposure describing the event briefly.
The theme of the webinar developed in Wycliffe platform is about building a community of learners in Moodle, presented by Dr. Nelly Deutsch, leader and mentor to teachers worldwide on educational technology. The class began with a greeting from Nelly to all participants. The class was developed from the start in a participatory manner with people from different countries. Nelly asked the participants to introduce themselves through the chat box, placing their place of origin. Nelly said the main purpose of the webinars is to make participants think about how to use the knowledge acquired in each online session for his professional work. She then proceeded to share the whiteboard with the participants so that they could place each his definition of community building. He also asked to share their ideas in the chat box. Was reading the responses. Nelly later gave his own definition based on the word cloud created in Wordle.net. A community may be defined as meeting or gathering of people who are united and subject to certain interests and rules. They share things in common, not necessarily in the same physical space. Then community building is the process of creating and maintaining these relationships in common. It involves sharing and disseminating information of interest to the entire community. Is developing authentic relationships between people. Building community is a collective process and takes most of the group to allow it to happen. The purpose of building a community is to create a sense of belonging among people who have something in common, with sympathy and empathy for different ideas and share knowledge and experiences. This just happens in Moodle. A community is formed with social collaboration features and support progress. To this we must share information in text, image, video, links, etc. Moodle is the perfect place to build a community of knowledge. Moodle is a community building place used to spread knowledge and have the following characteristics: experiencing learning, peer support, collaboration and friendship. Moodle MM5 allows to learn how to build this community of knowledge. At the end of the seminar, Nelly gave a task to participants. We asked that we step into a link placed in the chat box to answer and design the concept of community building. This was done from a file in Google Drive. Then they saw and reviewed the results among participants. In this webinar, the official song of Moodle is presented. Furthermore, Nelly did a survey to all participants about the tools they use for sharing information online, as Google Drive or Padlet.
Excellent exposure, Percy. Now I have a few questions about the webinar.
Please ask me whatever you want.
Did you connect with the other attendees or the speaker? If so, how?
Yes, there was an interaction between the speaker and the live class attendees. Through the use of text, emoticons and other symbols used from the chat box menu and whiteboard by participants, easy communication and interaction ensured.
Other question. What questions came up as during the event?
The following questions were asked. What is community building? What happened in the process of building a community? What is the purpose of community building? Is Moodle a community? What characteristics of community presents Moodle? Where we will build a community? What Moodle MM5 course allows to students? How can we build a community?
Excellent answer, Percy. Other question. How did the content relate to you as a teacher and/or learner or individual?
As a teacher, the content has to do with knowing how to use effectively Moodle to make my courses to create collaborative learning communities. As a student, the content is related also and to know about Moodle features and tools that I can use for my learning. Finally, as an individual person, the content relates on knowing how Moodle can support us in creating communities of knowledge in a professional and personal way.
Aha! I understand. Percy, what were some of the thoughts that went through your mind during the event?
My first thought was the desire to obtain information about the basic definitions about Moodle and of his tools. Another thought I had was to know what are the last characteristics of the last version of Moodle for better learning and teaching. Finally, I thought I would take this information for my professional development and the courses I would make later.
How did you feel during the event? If you felt good, what made you feel good? If you felt discomfort, what made you feel discomfort?
I felt good at the event. What made me feel good at the event was I learned more about Moodle and especially how to build communities in this platform. Another thing that made me feel good was to know about the use of certain features on Wizik as whiteboard or video player, and also how to share files in Google Drive for collaborative work.
Other question. What challenges might you encounter in implementing some of the ideas?
The first challenge is to learn how to create and set up a Moodle platform. The second challenge is to learn the basis of how to manage and teaching in a Moodle platform. The third challenge is to learn how to create and grade the different resources and activities in a Moodle platform.
And what steps can you take to resolve the challenges?
First, learn with a tutorial about Moodle and then enroll in all Moodle courses that Moodle4Teachers.org offer. Second, practice creating the resources on Moodle. Third, practice creating activities on Moodle. Fourth, practice collaborative learning uploading different kind of files in the rich editor. Fifth, practice collaborative learning creating different kind of discussions with the forum option. These are just some examples of what I can do to learn the operation of Moodle.
Penultimate question. What would you like to do in the future as a result of what you heard, read, saw in the event?
I wish I could create my own Moodle platform on internet and then create classes about my topic.
Okay, Percy. Last question. Tell me a question or two that you would like to look into as a result of the event.
My questions are: how can I obtain information to create for myself a professional Moodle platform from scratch? And second, where I can find a huge library of information and support about Moodle for my entrepreneurship?
Okay, Percy. You answered all the questions right. You are approved. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Jessica. See you another time. Bye.
Bye, Percy.